Ladies and gentlemen, for the 885th time, it is the Mason and Friends Show. Featuring that dude called Jew.
What up, bitch?
As well as myself, Mahoney. Welcome to the Mason and Friends Show.
Yeah.
We got to give a big shout out to the homie Big Mike. That's not here today. He just got married. He's now Mr. and Mrs. Mike.
Shout out to the Bridgets. Thanks for the party. Appreciate you.
Yes, a good time, I believe, was had by all. Or
I was hoping to see more black people shit than I seen, like break dancing or like, full suits out there, just Kevin Bacon in the rug.
Kevin Bacon in the rug.
Kevin Bacon in the rug, you know what I mean? But all in all, it was a good time. Weather was great, a little hot, but better than rain.
Oh, it was perfect.
Beautiful.
Perfect
it was
weather.
A good day to get married yesterday. If any of y'all did it, it was a good job. Y'all picked a good one.
Yeah, right. Anybody else that got married yesterday, congratulations to you as
Anybody
well.
else did it, good job.
If you're feeling like it, hit up our boy Mike and give him a congrats.
Yeah, hurry up before he's in international water.
Yeah, you never know. Around international waters.
International waters, I don't even know.
I think you got to go through international waters to get there, but maybe not. I'm not sure how the Keys and the Caribbean and all that shit works.
Is it the Keys? I thought it was near Bahamas.
I think the Bahamas are in the Caribbean, which is like the Keys lead to the Bahamas. Like the Florida Keys go down, and then there's all that Bahamas and such underneath of there. If my geography is jiving correctly.
Where do you say Barbados? I don't even know where that. I know they got pretty water there, wherever the fuck it is.
I think it's in the Bahamas somewhere, but I'm not
I would assume.
I'm not an expert on these things.
I ain't coming back. I go to the Bahamas, bro.
It could happen.
I'm bringing a fishing pole and a lure. That's it. No clothes.
Are you gonna start eating fish and just stay? You think? Like you'd be like, man, I can sustain myself. I'm eating these here fish I catch.
It depends on the everyday temperature out that mofo. You know what I mean? Like if it's hotter than fucking Africa, I don't think I want to be down there all the time.
Yeah, I'm not sure just what level.
But if it's like ideal, shit, I'll figure it out.
Ideal for you is gonna be in like the range of like
no hotter than yesterday.
So like 83 max.
Yeah. Constant temperature 83, 85. In the nighttime 60 to 65 to 70 or 60 to 70. Yeah. That'd be luscious. You only need really one article of clothing or one set. You don't need hoodies. You don't need fucking. You need pants or shorts.
I don't know. I kind of like the variety in life where a hoodie is required in the evenings sometimes. You know what I mean? I can deal.
That part ain't too bad. It's the fucking winter where I gotta get full geared on.
Right. It's the multi layers.
Yeah.
Where like if I can't just throw a pair of pants on and a hoodie, then it's too cold.
So there you gotta have a sweatshirt and your fucking real jacket on. And you're still like, fuck, bro.
Yeah, you got your long johns and your 2 pairs of socks and your extra heavy pants. And,
still cold.
Yeah, and you're still chilling.
Yeah, some days right there.
Yeah, that's not ideal. If I find me a place in Florida to stay that's like, as you describe, I might not come back either.
I don't know where that place would be. I think that place would be probably South Carolina.
San Juaneo.
No, because it still gets, I don't know, maybe Georgia. Georgia stinks, man.
Well, fucking Southern California could be pretty banging too.
Oh yeah, I ain't never been over that way.
Too pricey.
But I'm sure it's a probably nice environment over there.
Yeah, that's what attracted so many people there for so long.
But cost too much.
Yeah, it definitely cost too much.
Oh shit! Look at Lamar gonna run a touchdown in on him.
Oh come on now, let's go Las Vegas. There you go.
That's a forward pass. Ball game.
That'll work, man. I'll take it as long as Vegas wins this.
I bet some good money on them motherfuckers, man. I don't even know what that was, but I know Vegas wasn't supposed to win. Minshew? Is that Cracker's name? They definitely weren't supposed to win.
Let's go Vegas.
And I never even heard of the Vikings, dude. They just showed his name. I ain't never heard of that motherfucker.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you can't tell, the NFL has begun up again.
We got the red zone on right now.
The G Unit keeping track on his bets and poor bets.
I already lost. I'm already over all that.
He's over it, y'all.
I'm over it. I already lost.
He's accepted.
Fucking Jaguars blow me, and fucking who's the other douchebag that lost and should have won. Oh, the Lions can Ligma. That'd be Ligma balls if y'all don't know.
Yeah, this betting stuff's real important to the Homie to Jew unit. He is the quintessential.
It's cutting into my positive, man. I'm getting closer to evening out. I don't like it.
Well, like you were saying, you're on like a long streak. You're on a loss streak.
I'm on a long losing streak, yeah. Yeah, but my losing streak is a lot hotter than my winning streak was. That's for damn sure.
So what you're saying is you've lost a lot more than you've won at this point.
No, I'm right about breaking even.
Okay.
Maybe. I might still be in a positive, but if I ain't by much.
And you're just going to keep on betting.
Yeah, might as well. Don't tell me I ain't allowed.
Now you sound like Mike with the toes. Might as well. If it's there. See, ladies and gentlemen,
just fucked up.
That's the problematic thing with gambling. It's sort of like being horny and seeing a foot near your mouth. Although Mike's not here to defend himself.
I would just swat it away. You can swat it away. You don't have to chew on it.
I usually just avoid it.
Yeah, just dodge it.
Right. I do a little head movement.
Do a little boxing.
And I'm clear. Exactly. Like I duck under the rope.
Yeah, get a little Mayweather on.
Right, like I was Rocky.
Fucking tucking.
Uh-huh.
Fucking ducking. Duck and fuck.
Yeah, you gotta duck to get clear of that kind of shit. I mean, because I don't think that most ladies are putting their feet near your face so you suck on the toes.
I wouldn't think so.
It's not something that I would think would land well. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the real freaks, I guess.
There are, but I like to think that a real freak's going to tell me in, like, a nice calm method, like, prior to. Like, I don't want to get, like... I don't want Emma Watson to be hooking up with me and just go jamming her fucking feet in my face if she's, like, interested in having her feet in my mouth or whatever. Like, I need her to tell me before we get going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a bit into here sticking my feet in somebody's mouth while I am. And I'll be like, well, all right, Emma. I mean, thanks for the heads up. Then, you know, you can make sure that everybody's got the feet washed up real nice before.
Yeah.
I'd go all Christian. I'd start bathing the feet.
Ooh. Damn.
Let me wash your feet, Emma.
Like a baptism.
Yeah, before we get up in here. Let me make sure your feet are good and
Straighten
clean.
your ass out. God damn it. I can't be gnawing on no toes. I can't be doing it.
I hear you, man. It's not high on my list of things that I'm interested in. Like I said, if Emma wants to be sticking her feet in my mouth, hopefully she's going to tell me before we ever get to that point. Unlike where, like, Mike talks about how a foot gets near his mouth, he might just snatch that motherfucker up and start gnawing on that thing.
Well, he's a nasty motherfucker. I mean, there ain't nothing around that. That's what it is. He been that way. He gonna be that way.
Yeah, he's a wild boy, man. I miss having him on the show. He's been gone so long, getting his wedding all set up and everything. I think we got another, like, 2 sets of episodes before he comes back.
At least 2 Sundays.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be gone next Sunday.
He might be after that.
Is it the one after that too?
He's out there for 10 days, he said.
Damn.
He come back to not next Sunday, but the Sunday after.
That's a live action, Mike.
When he lands.
I hope you hand out some cards. Yeah, he gonna land on Saturday and be too beat.
I think he's landing on Sunday.
Oh.
Either way, he's landing on Saturday or Sunday. He ain't coming up in here.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be here.
You gonna see his black ass till what's that next month? October.
It's been funny though seeing him at like the party here and then the wedding. It's like it's very weird to me because like. I only see you guys on Sundays typically. So then I've seen y'all like a couple times during the week where we're not or during the weekend or whatever where we're not podcasting. It's been interesting to like interact with Mike and not be recording it and putting it out.
Yeah, like this weekend.
Yeah. You know, it's like part of me was like, maybe I'll take a mic and go interview some people. And I was like, man, I can't be doing that shit.
But there wasn't much chilling. On Mike's end, he's a busy man.
Oh, he was so busy.
Always busy.
There's so much going on. They had people coming at them from all angles. Same with Sarah. They had people coming at them from all angles.
That's why I gotta leave more time for all that. I'm be more about the party and less on the bullshit. Like I said, take your pictures right there. Call it a wrap.
Yeah. If I ever get married, doing a similar type of venue. But a whole lot more partying. A whole lot less
I can't have no venue like that. I'm getting it in, like I said. I got something like that. I got to rent all weekend or 2 or 3 days, whatever. I'm getting fucked up every one of them fucking days. By the time my wedding come around, I ain't gonna be worth a fuck.
Right. Well, you'd have to make it the jump off. You'd have to make the wedding like Friday or Saturday morning or Saturday at 2 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You'd have to like, I don't know, bro. Like the logistics of it all would be so much to come up with. And it's highly unappealing to me coming up with all that shit. That's why I would just literally like, all right, we rent a venue, we having a party here. We're getting me and my booth, whoever this bitch may be, we're gonna go to the Justice of the Peace, get married, come in with rings on our fingers, but we done with it. You know, we don't need all y'all coming around here watching all this shit.
Well, the ceremonies aren't really like long. It's usually the pictures.
Yeah, it's a production though. You know, and like I would prefer to have like, can we just have our friends come over and party and have a good time with us? 'Cause like a buddy of mine got married. Shout out to my homie Mark. He got married in like Barbados or some shit with his wife and his family, and then they had a party at a barn for like a Saturday afternoon. And I'm like, I'd like to do something maybe a little more elaborate, where like, you know, like the thing Mike was at, where if you want to bring a sleeping bag and a tent or whatever, you could camp out. You can, like, there's options. Like everybody could stay if they have to. You could crash in a car. You could leave in the morning. Like, no big deal. There's extra rooms. There's a couch, whatever. Like, you know, that kind of shit. I'd be all for having something like that. A place where it's possible to stay, but it's not a requirement. Y'all can come and leave.
Yeah, that was, I didn't know tents and shit was an option over there. I might have thought about doing something like that.
Well, they had, like, some motherfuckers out there in a tent.
Whole RV and a tent. So I'm like, well, fuck, bro. I was asking, why'd you do that yesterday, though? Like, shit. I wouldn't have left here.
Right. I look at it like set the whole joint up, have just a party all weekend.
But they was making a lasagna and shit, and he said they had to go clean up the crib because they still had lasagna all over the fucking house. I don't know how much fucking lasagna that motherfucker made, but she made, I mean, I'm 10 to 20 pounds of fucking lasagna. Like the big trays. There was like 4 of those motherfuckers.
Gosh.
Thick ass lasagna too, bro. Like, fucking like 4 layers, 5 layers, some shit like that. Like, it was fucking real deal.
Was it good?
It was all, I don't fuck with lasagna.
Fair enough.
I don't like it because of the cheese and mainly the ricotta cheese.
Yeah, the ricotta's what always fucks with me.
But I ate a little bit of it because the ricotta wasn't too hot, but it was still in it.
If you put ricotta on super light, like I could deal with it.
You could barely notice it, yeah.
Right, like the slightest of schmear.
Yeah, that's how kind of that was. It was you could kind of get a little bit of it, but it wasn't like
when they got that half-inch of ricotta.
Yeah, when it's all ricotta, that's all you taste. Yeah, I can't be about that.
Like what I do is I smush that lasagna and scrape out the ricotta and then eat what's left.
That's what I was trying to do.
You know, like I push it from one corner.
The problem with that one was the ricotta was with the meat and the sauce. So I'm like, damn it. It wasn't like a layer. It wasn't like, that's what I usually do. That's what my mom would do. She'd have the ricotta in the middle layer. So I would just peel it off, scoop all that shit out the way, and then, you know, eat the rest of it.
Absolutely.
But that joint was where all the good shit was. I was like, damn it. But it was still good, like I said, but I don't fuck with lasagna like that.
You're not what we'd call a lasagna connoisseur.
Nah. But it was good for, I mean, I liked it, you know what I mean?
Man, the way you was eating your chicken, though, I was disappointed. Like, I ate some chicken. I didn't like it that much.
It was all right.
But
it wasn't the best.
It wasn't a Rofo.
It wasn't a Rofo, but, you know, I was drunk as fuck. I mean, I was hungry, so I was going to eat the shit out of it. I wanted more. I wish them fucking Amish fucks ain't take it back with them.
They were Mennonites, dog.
Same shit, right?
That's a big difference.
What's the difference? They drive?
I don't know. I think
they probably just drive and the other motherfuckers ride horse and buggy. Like, really, they wear the same shit.
I'm pretty sure there's some sort of...
They got the kingpin hats.
There's some sort of difference going on.
It can't be much, bro.
Oh, no, man, that one Mennonite girl was fine enough. I might have gone Mennonite. I'll be like, yo, baby, what's up?
Well, they probably got some hidden gems like those, you know, them fucking Habibs that are all fucking covered up. You know, some of them, they got like a goddamn Selma Hayek body underneath all them fucking blankets and shit.
You got some beautiful eyes. I wonder what the rest of you looks like.
Yeah, but you can't see it till the downfitter comes off and shit, you know what I mean? But
the fitted sheet is removed.
I need all the bed accessories off so I can figure out what we got crack-a-lacking in here.
Well, right. Like, I like to see what we're working with here.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of like, you know how they make automobiles and before they release them, they have them covered in all kinds of camo so you can't really tell what it looks like.
Yeah, the wrap.
That'd be like if you had to buy your car based on that. You can't really look at it. Well, what's the colorway? How do these line up? Nah, you don't get to know that. All you get to see are the headlights, dog.
Yeah, that's some CarMax shit.
Yeah.
Wife Max.
Wife Max. Now we're talking. And depending on how much you pay, that depends on how much you get to see before you have to make your purchase. Like you have to put a down payment down, right? It could be like $500 or $1,500 or $5,000. If you put $5,000 down, you get a full face shot. But if you put $1,000 down, all you get are the eyes.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. My man Fields.
Justin?
Yeah, we'll see if he shows up. All my Bears players usually show off when we go to a different team.
Oh, right. As a Redskins fan, I know how that goes.
But we'll see. They're playing the Broncos, so they might not be able to show off all too much.
It's funny, I've got a Bronco on order, and I was trying to look at Bronco patches on eBay, see about maybe making a hat or something. And there were a whole lot of Denver Bronco patches.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm like, oh, man.
Now I want Bronco, bro.
I want the Ford Denver. Bronco, not Denver. I want that D with the horse. I want just a horse. Yeah, it's interesting that the NFL has started already. I know they did something where they pushed up the season and shortened the preseason or eliminated it or something.
They had a shorter preseason because,
well, people get hurt. It's 5 games. Everybody gets worn out.
Yeah, everybody gets beat up and hurt.
Yeah, you might as well be playing real football if you're going to be out there injuring each other.
You only need to give them 2 games, really. In theory, to warm up. Really, 1 game, really.
I don't know. I find it nice as a Redskins fan to not really have a team to be giving too much of a fuck about.
Although no other sports do that, right?
Do what? Have preseasons?
Yeah. I mean, baseball's got training camp, but they don't play each other, right? They just train.
No, I think they do play each other, but they're like scrimmages or whatever. They're not full-born games, I don't think.
I don't know.
Yeah, because spring training, I think, is just go out here, get in shape, and then we go start playing baseball against people.
Yeah, I didn't know if they did little half-ass 4-inning games and shit like that or whatever.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can think of that really has a preseason is the NFL, and it really doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because soccer don't. You just play. That soccer damn near all year round.
Yeah, but they're also mostly running.
Yeah.
They're not really doing a whole lot otherwise. Running, a little kicking. A lot of running, little kicking.
There ain't no fucking preseason to golf. There ain't no preseason to NASCAR.
Right, I've never...
preseason to tennis.
I don't fully grasp what the whole purpose is. It just doesn't make sense. Preseason doesn't make sense. Although, in theory, your competition for positions or whatever...
No, that don't matter. Right.
Well, but doesn't it didn't it anyway, sort of matter? If you had, 2 quarterbacks that might be good, you might start one the first game of preseason, you start the other one the next game of preseason, and you back and forth and see who does better.
Yeah, in theory for rosters, because you got to have your roster set by whatever.
Right, theoretically, I could see how that could be, maybe something tangible, there's a reason to do it, but, there's not a whole lot of reason.
Yeah, other than that, nah.
No. Stupid-ass NFL.
Yeah, but that's just like cheating. You get to actually see what you got. Before you know.
But yeah, no other league does that. You might as well have to figure it out during a season like the rest of them.
Yeah, not that I know of. I ain't never heard it, at least. College football ain't like that.
I feel like the NBA might have that. Although I guess they just call it the G League or whatever.
Well, they got the summer league, and they got the
they got a lot of basketball going on.
And then they got other shit too. I'm pretty sure that they don't even post like that, but I know they definitely got the summer league. And the Olympics. Every 8 years? Or is it yeah.
It's every 4. And then there's also FIBA.
Do they play basketball in the winter?
No, I guess you're right, it is every 8 then. Or I don't know. Fuck.
I don't know if they play. Nah, they can't play because that's like snowboarding and skiing and bobsled and
no, well it's every 4 years because they alternate.
Oh, that's right. It is
every 2 years.
They do.
There's summer, and every 2 years is winter. So yeah, it is every 4. But there's International Basketball Association.
Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, World Basketball.
Because all those fuckers go back over there and play.
Well, it's because basketball, you can hurt yourself, but it's a lot less brain damage.
Yeah, you're just gonna blow out a leg or a knee or something like that, or
twisting an ankle,
sprain an ankle, or fucking
breaking a leg,
yeah.
something like that. But you don't have necessarily the same amount of brain damaged motherfuckers.
Football, you can end up retarded.
Right, significantly.
Yeah.
You could literally go on the field like knowing mathematics and come off duh.
Yeah, like Tony Romo or Troy Aikman.
Apparently, I heard that Tom Brady wasn't doing good in his announcing career. I heard he was kind of shitty, but I didn't watch. I don't have like.
What does he announce on?
He was doing play-by-play somewhere.
Oh, so he's a commentator. Oh, it gotta be ESPN. So is that Monday Night Football?
I don't know. I'm
or
not
Sunday
sure.
Night Football? It's gotta be one of them.
I know he was doing it. I'm pretty sure he was doing it.
It's gotta be Sunday Night or Monday Night Football. Whoever does. Well, I don't think either of them do that now. I don't know. I got my phone over there, so I can't really look any of that up. I thought one was NBC or CBS or whatever the fuck. The white girl.
Yeah, well, somebody is like got it. Like I feel like I think it's ABC and ESPN does Sunday night or something like that. It's always varying.
Probably not. You know, they don't. He's not the guy, man. They just need Snoop commentating everything.
Dude, if the NFL had Snoop commentating games, bro.
If they just had Snoop, and then maybe Tom Brady would work with Snoop. Because Snoop don't really need a guy, but if you gave him a guy...
Well, he's going to have a guy. Like, you always have...
You got to give him a guy.
You always have
could be almost anybody because of Snoop, but...
You could dig up John Madden and put him next to Snoop, and Snoop would make it interesting.
Oh, man, they would kill the game, bro. You can't be doing that. That's cheating.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cheating.
Stupid cheat codes right there, bro.
Right, there's too much at play right there. Too much stuff happening at the same time.
I've never seen the podcast or any of that shit with like Gronk and Brady, so I don't know what his
how entertaining he could be just chatting.
How his convos would be. I can't deal with Gronk like that, you know.
Well, like
he's just retarded.
He seems like the kind of guy that it's like you would run into at a bar being rowdy. And you'd be rowdy for 5 or 10 minutes with him, and then you would leave the bar and not be rowdy for the rest of the night. But he would be rowdy like
that whole time.
The whole time.
Or he's really not that dumb. Like he's the smartest motherfucker in the world.
He'd be like, remember
or he's like as dumb as he shows everybody.
He might be like the Little John skit from Chappelle show, where Little John's like saying yeah and okay, and then he's like, well, actually, Dave, I don't believe that's quite the exact.
What?
Yeah.
Sewed his hair back. Okay.
Yeah, he just can't hear.
Okay. What? Stupid, man. Okay.
God. But then he goes off and he has like a dissertation in like an intelligent voice.
Yeah. Stupid ass Dave Chappelle, man.
That would be the way. That would be the greatest thing if Gronk was like that. If he's just like rowdy, he's throwing beer cans, and he turns around and he like has like this long, thought out explanation of like Keynesian economics and what's the matter with the whole concept of the Wall Street and all this shit. Like, damn, Gronk, you a real thinker over here. Yeah, let's do another shotgun. And he's like putting a key into a beer can. You know, he's putting a key into a Milwaukee Beast.
Whatever's in his pocket.
While talking about like...
Find a pine cone.
He's like, the Bolsheviks in Russia were a real problem back in the day. Like, damn, Gronk, you a smart motherfucker. Yeah.
Damn, we just read that?
I don't want to tell nobody, though. Don't tell nobody. Don't blow up my spot.
Jesus.
He just lives his life pretending to be dumb.
I don't know, bro. But because before one of them fuckers had the Manning brothers on that sumbitch, and that was kind of.
Well, there was a Manning Brothers Monday night simulcast on ESPN.
Oh yeah, with the other one. Yeah, that's right. They had the regular show, and then they had them fucks. That's right.
They got Peyton and Elon.
Do they do that still, or is that?
I don't know.
They can't still be doing that.
They probably are.
There can't be nobody still watching that.
I don't know, bro. I think it was the hot ticket there. But that just goes to show how boring watching football can be.
Tiger Woods is going to be Chubbs. Did you see that? In Happy Gilmore?
They're making another Happy Gilmore?
I saw some about Happy Gilmore too.
And they're going to have a Chubbs?
And the Chubbs is Tiger Woods is what I've seen, but I don't know how true all that is. Because
he's not Tubbs. He's like somebody else, but he's in the same vein as Tubbs because...
He's whoever. Yeah, he's supposed to be that. He's playing that dude's role.
He's playing that dude's role.
Yeah.
Because Carl Weathers is dead.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But aren't they just now doing
I think they're making a Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah, aren't they making that right now?
Or Billy Madison.
Yeah, one of them fuckers are doing it again. I thought.
Yeah,
it's Happy Gilmore. Yeah,
I think it's Billy Madison. It's one of the other.
One of them fuckers.
It's one. Maybe it's Happy Gilmore because that is the golf one.
Yeah, because I've seen him doing his little trying out. His fat ass out there on the fucking core scene if you still got it.
I saw him do it like on a video. Yes, Adam Sandler went up and he was like, I haven't done this in 20 years or whatever, and he went and did like the run up on the ball and still he still drove it like 220 or something.
He still
like
cracked
that.
it.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's almost the way you should set up like a Happy Gilmore league where like you don't get to stand. You have to run up on the ball and hit it.
That shit's hard.
Dude, fuck yeah, it's hard to stand still and hit the ball, let alone run up on it and make solid contact. This ain't fucking field hockey, bitch.
That's just even harder, man. I can't imagine bending down with that little ass stick trying to smack the ball. At least a hockey stick, it's, regular size.
Yeah, field hockey's a whole other game.
You bending down, all old and shit, coming out there putting ice on everything.
Yeah, shout out to all them folks at the wedding last night that did end up dancing. This one bitch was like, I'm Becky with the good knees, and everybody was laughing at her because she apparently got osteoporosis or whatever in her knees or something.
She's a trip, man. She's alright. She's alright, people.
There were some funny folks up in there. A couple of pretty ladies. It was good times.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad at all, man. I like that place.
I like that place too. Like,
that's where John got married, and it's not a bad setup.
Carpenter's son.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, man, if I ever get married around here, I get married in a place like that.
I don't know. I'm not going to be dropping that much cheddar on that motherfucker.
I mean, quite frankly, I probably wouldn't either because, like, I can't see having enough people that want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see putting together 100 fucking people to come to a party for a wedding.
I'm going to do it early, too. Like, if I was going to do it, I'm going to do it like 1.
Yeah.
That way we eating by like 3.
3, right.
Fucking wasted.
And then we're partying by 5. Exactly.
And then motherfuckers by 10, motherfuckers really trying to go the fuck home.
Right. Right.
Like, I gotta get the fuck out of here or I'm fucking sleeping on the ground.
Or crash your ass right there in this care. Whatever. Get yourself a couch.
That's what I told Lop. I kept looking at Lop. I'm like, damn, Lop, you got 3 bottles of liquor right there, bro. Like, I gotta start drinking. But I'm like, no, I gotta drive. Like, fuck. I'm gonna talk to him when I see him. I'm gonna buy one of them off him. He don't need all that.
What kind of liquor?
Well, I saw the big bottle of JD in the back. That never got touched.
There was a half
$70 fucking bottle, whatever.
The half gallon, the big square.
Big jump. And then I saw 3 handles of the Captain. But I think we was only drinking all 1, and I know he don't drink like that.
Well, and you know what's weird? I drank a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, which to me is a pale ale. But it tasted like a Budweiser.
They had a lot of those ales and seltzers and all that other shit.
Yeah, there was a wide variety of beers to be drinking. A wide variety of all sorts of shit to be drinking. If I went in there with the intent of drinking something different every time, I could have got real wild.
Yeah, because they had vodka.
Yeah.
Vodka, rum, and
Jack.
And that's all I really saw.
I was a little irked though because they were opening the cans like before we got to them. I'm like, can you like leave my shit closed?
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like I saw how there was really like 12 guys drinking, but the bartender got 6-pack sitting up there open, just getting aired out.
Right.
All nasty.
Yeah.
Leave that shit in the fucking bucket of ice.
Yeah.
Like it's
closed. Open it when I ask for it. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Oh, you want a beer? Yeah. Here, let me wipe it down real quick, and here's a drink.
Yeah, strange activities. As a former bartender, I never, you know what I mean?
Well, as an outsider looking in, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Yeah, I'd never seen that before. It was weird, very weird. And they were opening like the Sprites and the Cokes too.
Yeah, all of them.
Like I'm like,
Coke,
what y'all doing?
Diet Coke sitting there on the counter.
Flatten up my Sprite. Yeah, you leave my Sprite in the ice, bitch.
If you were too fucked up, you wouldn't even know. You would think there's someone's drink. You know what I mean?
For real, you might have grabbed a Sprite.
Open. Just because you got the tab bolted up, that don't mean nothing. That just means because that's the way fucking Timmy he likes his lid. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and that was a couple of strange activities.
There's some fantasy points going out there. You're fucking Arizona beating. I don't know if you're an Arizona fan. You're fucking jumping around.
Well, it's still early.
Yeah, but still.
Second quarter, 13 minutes to go, and they're up 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. They get ready to get second string out that motherfucker, bro.
Nah. No, that's when it's going to just turn around on them. Go to shit. That game's going to end up like 28-35 for the other guys.
Damn, that place was fancy. That was a little shit up on the pier. That had to be like Cali or something. San Diego on the water?
Yeah.
LA on the water. All them places on the water?
Yeah, LA's on the water. You got beachfront for like 100 miles in LA.
What's the other big beach? Or the other big city over there?
San Francisco.
That's not on. Is that on the water too?
Yeah, it's on the water too.
So all the big ass cities are right on the water.
Yeah. All the cities in California you've really heard of are all on the water. They're all port cities, essentially. San Diego's at the bottom, San Francisco's at the top, LA's on the bottom, closer to San Diego.
What's the capital? San Fran ain't the capital of LA, is it? Or Cali?
California.
Is it LA?
No, it's...
Sacramento, ain't
it? Maybe.
Where's that at?
I wanted to say Anaheim, but yeah, Sacramento, California seems right.
Is that in the middle?
I think so. I don't know.
Well, that's where all the teams are from. Well, not all.
Well,
the
there's
teams,
like, you know,
it's a hockey team.
They do have it. They do have the Sacramento Kings, which is actually a basketball team, and then there's the Sacramento something else that's a hockey team.
Oh, the hockey's the Florida Panthers, so I don't really know what Florida that is. What part of that is?
Yeah, Sacramento, California is the capital of California, and it is located in the middle. It's sort of like probably an hour east of San Francisco. San Francisco is the San Francisco Bay, and Oakland is like
how close
right
is LA
there.
from San Francisco?
Probably 5 hours.
Oh, so it's good a little bit from San.
Yeah, I mean, like LA to San Francisco is a solid ride up the 5. Ladies and gentlemen, Los Angeles drive time.
You're on the 5.
151. If you're out there on the 5, take it easy.
There's a rattlesnake on lane 3.
Watch out, there are rattlesnakes in California. Yeah, I saw some video. You know, I be catching them nature videos. There was a squirrel. He found a snake skin, or she chewed up the snake skin and then spit it all over her tail. And then there was a rattlesnake.
Made a little Band-Aid or something?
Made like a smell paste, right? So her tail was covered in rattlesnake smell, and then a rattlesnake was trying to like fuck with her like nest, and she squared up on the rattlesnake and had her tail wafting back and forth, and apparently it smell
like a rattlesnake.
Confused the snake, and the snake was like, all right, I'm out of here, fuck this. And that was like the technique that the squirrel was trying to make herself look big.
I guess that would work, really.
It seemed to work. They were then indicating that the squirrel was moving her nest, and that was where the video on the internet ended.
That's crazy.
It was pretty interesting, though, because she was literally just like chewing up a little bit of the skin and then like spitting it all over her tail.
And then out there doing that little shaky thing like they do in the fucking tree.
Right, she had it up and then she was doing like this with it.
Yeah, they be acting crazy.
She was wafting it back and forth.
I think that's the fucking tail.
They do a lot with that tail.
They do a lot with that tail.
Whole lot with that tail.
Crack-a-lackin'.
Yeah. That tail can't stay busy.
You think you'd be able to get some good meat off that motherfucker, but I don't think there ain't no meat on that
There
shit.
ain't much meat on squirrels. You
There
get
ain't
to
no
kill
much
a
on
lot of
squirrel, but I don't think there's nothing on the tail, because don't nobody ever fuck with the tail.
Nah, it's bony. It's just bone and fur.
It's just bone just swinging all around over there.
Yeah, I think it's like a weight balance kind of thing more than anything else. They don't like keep meat in there,
I don't know.
you know.
I ain't never had squirrel yet.
Somebody made stew with it years ago. I tried, and I wasn't like particularly impressed. But I don't like stew in general, so
Yeah,
I was
but
like,
they say
tastes
so.
like
It's
some
definitely
regular
all how
rice.
you cook it.
Yeah, for sure.
They
But
say-
that's everything, right?
Yeah,
like,
well, yeah.
If you cook chicken better, it tastes better.
Yeah, but it's like very gamey and shit, like they say and shit.
So like,
Like
Maybe-
deer meat and
Yeah.
like wild meat or whatever.
well, that's because it's not fed all the shit.
Yeah,
that,
that's because they got the bullshit.
yeah.
It's
they're
actually
natural.
healthy.
Yeah, they taste like actual game meat. People are like, oh, that's gamey. I'm like, what you mean, natural?
But yeah, But I think milk or buttermilk, you just soak that shit in. I think gets rid of that. But I
Yeah.
don't cook like wild. Like I don't like deer meat.
Well, like, I don't like killing stuff. Like, I'm all for...
Yeah, I'm not doing that neither.
I'm all for hunters and whatnot doing their thing. But, like, I don't want to do it, you know? If it's post-apocalypse, okay, I'll fucking shoot the deer and gut him and fucking quarter him out, try to fucking, you know, make him edible and all that shit. But I don't want to do that. That's not, like, part of my fucking MO. It's not, like, what makes me... It's not, like, the time of year I look forward to. Like, I work with people that are like, oh, it's hunting season. I'm taking 3 days off. I'm going to be out sitting in the woods.
Oh yeah, I know some people that take the whole month off. Like they reserve all that time and they take the whole month off to go hunting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, but I mean, it's like, if you're trying to get enough meat for the year, I can kind of grasp it.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to go out and shoot 3 or 4 deer, get it all quartered up, and like put it in the freezer, and then you got venison to eat that you killed. You know where it came from. You're eating that on a regular basis. You have deer tacos every Saturday or whatever. Every Taco Tuesday is deer taco. We're having venison tacos. You know, I love the sustainability aspect and like the back to nature kind of thing. But I don't want to do it.
Nah. I don't really.
You know, you go kill some deer and let me get some of that venison, ground venison. And I'll be making some venison tacos in my crib.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
After you go kill. Like, we need to get a hunter. Like, we need to get John to stop by and drop off some fucking venison, ground venison for us one of these days.
I'm sure.
I know you got that shit, Carpenter, son.
You know you got some. But yeah, I don't be doing any of that shit. I ain't really got the patience.
It's a lot of patience for no guaranteed payoff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you spend the amount of time that some people spend hunting, like doing something like working on a car or learning guitar or something like that, like there's some sort of like, you know, you can guarantee a return. Like if I put 100 hours in trying to learn the guitar over the next 6 weeks, like I'll be much better at guitar than I would have been. But you could put 100 hours in hunting and literally kill nothing.
Nothing.
And all you did was sit in the fucking woods.
Or you could have freezers full.
Whew. Yeah, you could end up with 6 freezers worth.
Yeah.
Although there's a limitation too, right? So you can't kill but so many, legally speaking. That's how it works.
Yeah, if you tag them.
I think you've got deer might be unlimited for however long the deer season's on.
If you tag them, though, but if they don't know you killing anything.
Well, that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, well, it's all about...
off 6 deer one day, and John only knows about one of them.
Well, it's all about legality. I'm talking about legally speaking. You can pull off all kinds of stuff. You could be out there fucking, you know...
Well, yeah.
You could be out there killing ducks with your bare hands.
Yeah, but legally, you're probably only allowed one a day. You probably don't have a limit on that. It's not like, oh, you killed 20 deer already, sir, you got to stop hunting. I don't think.
I think it is like that in some places, but it depends. I don't think it's like that here, but I don't know because I'm not a hunter. Fuck do I know?
I would think unless you're like talking about endangered species and shit like that. But like
they're not going to let you hunt an endangered species.
But I'm saying like this shit going to that. You know what I mean? Like deers ain't gonna be endangered no fucking time soon.
Well, in some places they're trying to maintain, so they're like, okay, you come here, you get to kill one black bear if you can get a black bear.
I can see that.
Slightly too many black bears.
Yeah, you don't need 500 black bear running around there, wolves and shit like that. But deer ain't really gonna do shit. You know, if you put a fence around your garden, they're gonna leave it alone.
They're a nuisance. And they're danger on the highway and shit, depending on their volume.
A little bit, but get woods and they'll stay off the fucking highway.
What?
Give them woods to fucking live and then get them off the fucking highway instead of tearing down all the trees and shit, building all these fucking houses and shit like that.
That ain't even how it works,
Kicking
man.
them all out of the world.
They're just as dense up in Fairfax as they are out here.
Well, they're running out of shit. That's why.
Well, they're getting hit more up there than out here.
Yeah, because for us, they got no land. And you got Asians up there, you know, who can't fucking drive. And then you got old fucks who can't fucking drive. And then you got crazy motherfuckers up there who drive crazy, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're gonna hit a lot of shit. And you got a shitload of motherfuckers.
And it's dense, yeah.
And it's dense.
It's dense.
I saw like 40 fucking deer yesterday coming home down them back roads and shit. Like, fuck, bro. I went Eggersburn to 229 to fucking over the bridge and shit.
Oh,
over
coming
yonder
home?
and back in here.
Yeah.
Past Cannonball fucking gate. Turned down some fucking... This shit said private road, dog. It went right to fucking gravel, man. Fucking, I'm talking about hairline 5-mile-an-hour turns for 8 miles. Then it hit gravel, and then it hit pavement for
you were
half
really
a
up
mile,
in it, man.
And then I went right back to gravel. And then I just ended up like right over here, like on fucking by Bear Wall areas. And I'm like, man, what the fuck?
I've been in these out back here on these back roads many times.
I've been too, and I ain't never ran across a gravel to pavement to gravel to pavement back to pavement. I'm like, bro, I gotta get home, bro.
Yeah, I don't know that road.
And there was houses on this road. It said private drive. You know, I'm like, man, well, fuck, bro. You know, but and this fucking road kept going, dog. It wasn't no outlet road. This was like a driveway, but a main road, you know what I mean? So I'm like, what the fuck? Because it brought me right back on the main road, like right over there. I'm like, oh fuck, I ain't never been on this road. How about that? But now I see why.
Yeah. Yeah, I've gone back there before and gotten lost like that and been all up into some shit before I finally hit a road that I know.
That's what I'm saying. You got no internet. Your internet's on flash mode when you try to get back there, bro.
SOS when you're riding on the SOS map.
You try to figure out what county it is. That's actually Marshall right there. Like when you go back there, that's fucking. How the fuck is that Marshall?
Dude, it's wacky. Significantly wacky.
I had to go pick him up down one of them other ways. I don't even remember which way I went. I went the total wrong way because he said Marshall, so I started going up that way, right? Fucking, because they was talking about Leeds Manor. I thought Leeds Manor was the road that was, if you bust a left right before 66. I thought that was that road. So I'm like, all right. He said Marshall, so I pulled the GPS up. They talking about turn around. I'm like, man, what the fuck? These bitches got me going up 211. I'm like, man, god damn, they had me up going 211 to Orleans. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which really I could have went back that way. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's telling me Marshall. I was going that way to fucking Marshall.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I'm like, ain't fuck Marshall over here?
Yeah, the addresses are whacked out.
God damn.
Fully whacked out.
I was fucking in the middle of these fucking woods, knocking on the fucking door, staring at the pond across the street, getting ready to get a fishing pole. This motherfucker wasn't answering the door. He had a sleepover at someone's house. It was Saturday morning. And I texted dude's mom, and she wasn't fucking responding. Of course, I ain't getting no service way to fuck out there in the middle of fucking nowhere. She ain't text me back until I was halfway here. I got service. You know what I mean? Blue loop, blue loop, blue loop. I'm like, yeah, I already got it. Don't worry about it. I appreciate it. But, you know, I left. And he called me. He finally answered. I called him like 7 times. He finally answered. I'm like, bro, did you give me the right fucking house? Like, I left, dog. Like, you're about to be on your own. This is a far walk from where the fuck we are. Because I don't even know where we are, dog. Yeah, my bed, I'm sleeping. I'm like, yeah, it's 11:30.
Why did he ask you to come pick him up if he's sleeping?
Well, I told him because I told him I was gonna be there at fucking because we had the wedding. You know what I mean?
Say, yeah, you got.
Like, I'll be here at 11 o'clock. I got shit to do, dog.
Time limitations.
Driving around fucking with you ain't one of them.
Yeah, they don't understand that though.
But we was busy as shit Saturday because I fucking.
Yeah, because you were out there at the facility the whole time, right?
Yeah, we had to get there at 1. I get there.
But you were there the night before too, right?
Yeah, we was there the night before. I got there at like 1 again till 7 or 8. I think we left, setting up and shit like that, and then eating and just bullshitting. Rehearsal, going through the ropes.
Yeah, trying to make that thing run smooth. Once again, I'm gonna have to. With that said, bring this episode of the Mason and Friends show to a close. Once again, we're going to give a big shout out to our homie Big Mike. Congratulations to Big Mike and Sarah, the newest newlywed couple in the Mason and Friends show history. And yeah, big shout out to everybody that went to the wedding, all them other motherfuckers that were there, people we know, people we don't know, everybody, and best wishes to everybody else in the world. Be nice to people that look like you. Be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick. Keep grinding on the shit that you're trying to get done, because that is how things get done. And don't forget, we love you very, very much. We wish you nothing but the best. And peace be with you.
Peace.